So Father's Day is around the corner and I wanted to put together a list of 10 fragrances to wear on Father's Day, or basically 10 fragrances that a father or dad would want to wear. We're going to discuss these 10 fragrances coming right up. Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. And yes, we're going to go ahead and do a top 10 fragrances for Father's Day. And a lot of these are niche, but a lot of them are from designers as well. So we got, I guess, a 50-50 mix of niche and designer here. And a lot of these are more appropriate for the Father's Day time of the year. So more are on the fresher, more aromatic side of fragrances. So they would be perfect to wear in warmer temperatures. So going right to number 10, I wanted to put together a vetiver fragrance in this fragrance list, but vetivers tend to go a little heavy. So I decided to go with Eccentric Molecules Eccentric 3, which utilizes the Eccentric Molecules number 3 molecule that is similar to vetiver. So there's vetiver in here. There's also lime and ginger and some leather and things like that, iris and all that good stuff. It's very fresh, slightly fruity, and it's a perfect fragrance to wear for fathers or dad to wear, perhaps as a signature scent, because it's not overly heavy and it's also very refreshing and perfect for the time of the year that Father's Day rolls around. So if you don't know this one, I highly recommend it. Actually, now that I've gotten really into Molecule 1, I'm exploring the whole entire Eccentric Molecules catalog of fragrances. So the Eccentric Molecules Eccentric 3 is really, really nice. Of course, you saw a video that I did for Eccentric 4 along with Molecule 4, and I'm going to explore the rest of the collection because they do have some interesting fragrances. And these are the more unique takes on fragrances, and I'm really enjoying them. So if you don't know this line, do check it out. I think Molecule 1 definitely is the most popular in the collection, but this is Eccentric 3, not Molecule 3. So this is basically taking a synthetic molecule that smells like vetiver and adding additional notes to complement that note. So this has the additional notes. Check it out, Eccentric 3, number 10. Next up, we're going to the House of Penhaligon's, and this is Baioliya, this right here. So Baioliya is a very, very modern take on an aromatic fougere, utilizing the dominant note of lemongrass. It's woody, it's got lavender, lots of lemongrass, lots of citruses, and some oak moss and things like that. So it comes off fresh and also comes off spicy, aromatic. It's such a lovely scent, and I think it's the perfect appropriate fragrance to wear on Father's Day, or for a dad or a father to wear as a signature scent or wear fragrances. Also very, very appropriate for the time of the year that Father's Day rolls around. So if you haven't checked it out and you're looking for something unique rather than your typical fougere, this one's definitely a good one to check out. So Baioliya by Penhaligon's, a great house. It's number 9, and I'll have links to the fragrances in the info box where you can pick up if you want to as well. So that's number 9. So number 8 fragrance in the top 10 Father's Day fragrances is Hermès Equipage Geranium. So very refreshing, geranium dominant with woody and spicy notes. It's just a beautiful scent. A modern update of the original Equipage from Hermès. This one was created or composed by Jean-Claude Elena, and he did a great job here. I really, really prefer this to the original, even though the original is great. But very, very perfect Father's Day kind of a scent, a classic masculine signature kind of scent that dad could wear all year round actually, and not too overwhelming, but very pleasant to smell. So if you're looking for something unique and you want to stick to the designers, and this can be, you know, easily obtained for around, you know, $90, $100, so definitely under $100. So it won't break your bank either. The last 2 fragrances that I did mention also, you can find great deals. Like the Penhaligon's, you can probably find for $60, $70, $80 online. And of course the Eccentric 3 also for a good deal. So this is Equipage Geranium by Hermès. Do check it out. I highly recommend this one. It's a great, great scent. And that's number 8. Going to the House of Hermès again. And this time we've got Terre de Hermès Eau Très Fraîche, this right here. And this one is a very, very pleasant fragrance to wear in the summertime, and it's perfectly appropriate for Father's Day time of the year. Now this one is all about a modern version of the Terre d'Hermès. So they've taken the Terre d'Hermès fragrance and they decompose it pretty much, I think. Basically took out some of the notes and added additional notes and made it a unique, fresh, watery, like quality version of the original. And I quite like it. And I find it very, very refreshing. It also has this like very watery quality, like it doesn't come off strong and it doesn't come off heavy or dense, just very refreshing. The only thing that I warn you about is that slightly cuminy kind of a note in there, although I don't see cumin listed in the notes, so I don't know where that's coming from. Probably something from one of the woody notes in here, or perhaps the geranium. There's also geranium in here as well. The signature geranium that's in the Equipage Geranium by Hermès, or maybe it's the patchouli as well. So it could be one of those things that's playing a trick that kind of comes off like a cumin, but it's such a lovely, lovely scent. Those of you that like aquatics, that are not like sea aquatics, more like watery aquatics, will also find this very, very pleasant. So this is Terre d'Hermès Eau Très Fraîche by Hermès, and that's number 7. And this one also you can find a great deal. I bought that used. It was almost hardly any sprays gone, and it was in the Facebook groups. I was in one of the groups and somebody was selling, and I immediately took it. So I got it for around 50, 60. I think it was $55, so it's a great deal. Next up, we're going to the House of Chanel, but this is Chanel in the Les Exclusives collection, and this is one of the fragrances that they launched last year in the new Eau de Parfum higher price category fragrances. That is Boy Chanel by Chanel. Now this is an aromatic fougere in the Chanel style, more unique take on an aromatic fougere, but this is also a unisex aromatic fougere, so both men and women can wear it. If you like that Chanel DNA, you might really love this one. It kind of hints at a lot of the Chanel fragrances, so I picked that up in this one. But it's definitely a fougere, so it's a modern fougere, and it's a fougere basically means fern-like, so they've tried to recreate the fern smell of the fern, which they haven't been able to, and so they've come up with notes that might smell like fern, and that's what fougères are. And this basically has lavender. Of course, all fougères have lavender in them. And there's also like geranium, that's a definite in here for fougères and this fragrance. And of course, one of the signature notes that's in fougères is coumarin, which is taken, it's a molecule taken from the tonka bean, and that creates the note coumarin, and that's also in Boy Chanel. So that's a signature thing for fougères, and this is really, really lovely. I think it's more masculine, men leaning, or for men leaning than feminine, but then sometimes when you're kind of used to smelling Chanel DNA, you might associate it with maybe more feminine fragrances. I don't know, I kind of think that way, but it's a great, great release. Boy Chanel from Chanel, number 6. Next up, we're going to the House of Xerjoff, and the fragrance is Uden, this right here. Now this one is such a beautiful scent. It's lots of citruses with rum, vanilla, coffee. I think there's also gaiac wood in here, so it makes such a beautiful scent. There's ambergris, musk, and sandalwood, and you know, tiny bit amount of rose in here for the notes. But lemon, lots of citruses like grapefruit, and various different citrus notes. So it's very refreshing, but it has like a backbone. So if you want something a little more potent rather than just all citruses and herbs and aromatics, you would go with something like this. To me, it kind of hints at Chanel Allure Edition Blanche fragrance collection, but it's an ultra luxury version. Of course, this is Uden from Xerjoff, and compliment getter too. I wore this to a wedding once, and the compliments were just coming like crazy. Like people were just smelling me, and just lovely to receive that many compliments. And the fact that this is also a freshie, and I said it's got a backbone, it does have great longevity. So if you're looking for a Father's Day fragrance or something to wear signature that has a little more potency, this is the one to go with. This is Xerjoff Uden, and it's number 5. At number 4, we're going to the House of Creed, and this is the only Creed fragrance in this top 10 list of Father's Day fragrances, and that fragrance is Royal Oud. Now Royal Oud is all about cedar, pink pepper, and there's also oud supposedly, but I don't get any oud from the fragrance. It's a very, very lovely scent, very classy, very masculine, perfect for Father's Day. But there's also sandalwood, there's angelica, lemon, musk, and bergamot and all that good stuff. Just really, really classy. Like this is like, if Dad only has one fragrance ever, this is the one he would have, kind of a fragrance, because it's just a fragrance that you can put on and wear, never get tired of. And it's perfect as an all year round. It's perfect as a signature scent. And it's got a little bit of a oomph to it rather than just being a flat citrus or aromatic. Just a great all-around great release from Creed. So I had gotten tired of it, but I'm back on using it, and this is a great Father's Day release. So do check out Creed Royal Oud if you don't know it yet. At number 3, we're going to the house of Jacques Fath, and this is Green Water. Now, this fragrance means a lot to me. As a kid growing up, my dad wore this, so it brings back a lot of memories, and it's like Dad. It reminds me of Dad. It reminds me of Father, you know, and because he wore it. Now, this is a very refreshing green scent, as you can see, green water, that utilizes the dominant note of neroli. Plus, it's got bergamot, it's got mint, it's got green notes, oak moss, vetiver, ambergris, musk, and other aromatic style herbs. I think there's also cloves in here, which gives it a little kick. But this is probably like the 3rd or 4th edition of Green Water, and this was purchased by the company Panouge in France, the brand Jacques Fath. Jacques Fath was a clothing designer, and he's no longer alive, but the brand of the fragrances still exists, of course. Panouge bought it, and they've released 4 fragrances last year, and 4 are coming out this year, and this is classic. I mean, this is an ultra classic masculine men's fragrance. This is actually a fragrance where women also can pull off. So, but it's an ultra classic masculine fragrance, I think. But this is an updated edition done by Cécile Zarokian, and it's really lovely to wear. I think it's perfect for Father's Day. It's perfect for summer. It's perfect for an all year round fragrance, signature fragrance, all that good stuff. So if you don't know Green Water, do check it out. That's by Jacques Fath at number 3. Number 2, we're going to an ultra classic again, but a more modern version of it. And it's by Dior, the house of Dior, and it is Eau Sauvage, this right here. Eau Sauvage is another fragrance that my dad wore, but he wore Green Water more than Eau Sauvage. But I really love Eau Sauvage because, you know, it's all citruses, it's got vetiver, and it's got some resiny, spicy notes in it, and just a all-around very pleasant fragrance. But, you know, I think most likely, more than likely, your dad could have worn Eau Sauvage, and definitely one that you should check out yourself now that you're a dad, or you're going to be a dad or something, because I think it's a perfect fragrance for Father's Day. And it's just also a great fragrance to wear all year round. Now, if you're not looking for anything complicated, you're looking for something very pleasant, pleasing, people around you are going to, you know, smell you and enjoy it, and you're looking for a signature scent, I think Eau Sauvage is perfect for that. And a lot of these are actually in this list. Most of them are. But definitely check out Eau Sauvage if you don't know it. I highly recommend it. It's a classic. And for number 1, we're going to the house of Houbigant, with the fragrance Fougere Royale as my number 1. And I find it to be an appropriate fragrance for Father's Day. It's a Fougere, and we just discussed what Fougeres are. I do have a video about the Fougeres as well. You should definitely check it out. But it's a classic. It's been redone in 2010, but originally launched in the late 1800s by the brand Houbigant. And it means fern-like. Fougere means fern-like, and kind of smells like a fern, actually, because if ferns had a smell, this is exactly what it would smell like. It's very green, woody, aromatic, with lavender, of course the coumarin from the tonka bean. It is ultra classic, perfect Father's Day. It's not too heavy to wear like in June when it's Father's Day, but it's also great. It has great legs. It performs excellently. This is Eau de Parfum, and there is an extrait concentration, which is, I love it, but you don't need that one if you've got this one. This is perfect. So Fougere Royale, number 1 in the top 10 Father's Day fragrances. Well, that's pretty much it for this list. What do you think? Did I cover enough fragrances that are worthy to wear on Father's Day? What do you think? Did I miss out on anything? There's definitely more fragrances I can add into this list. We can definitely do a top 20 or 25. But for now, these are the ones I'm feeling, and these are the ones that are very appropriate for Father's Day. But if you have any suggestions, please put down below. Let's get a conversation started. What is your favorite Father's Day fragrance? What is your favorite signature fragrance? What do you wear? Which fragrances do you wear all year round? Please list below so we can get a conversation started. Also, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.